Wow, this has been a really exciting day. I came last year out to this event. It was so inspired that I had to begin to work with Marsh and get to know what she was doing. And she called me to speak at this event, and I thought, well, I don't have a movie, and usually for me, how I speak is that I make a film, or I write a book, and you've either watched it or read it, and then I can come out and talk about it. And so I went ahead and wrote this whole thing, and then I sent it to Marsh, and Marsh said, well, that's very nice, Betsy. And this is Thursday, by the way. It's a very nice, sweet little talk that you've written there. Now, I think you have something more that you want to say, and bigger and louder and more powerful, and so I think you should rewrite your entire speech. And so that's why I didn't have this. So I was petrified. My good friends were there. I think I literally, she said, what do you think about that? And I said, I think I might vomit, is exactly what I said. Because I felt like I literally would vomit, because she was right, actually. She was right. And so I went to bed. I went and I just did what we all do, is I went and just took some quiet time to connect to myself. And what came out is this, and there are some words that might be considered offensive. I have a rule, which is that words are not offensive. My intention might be. And if you are offended by my words, I can be empathetic, and I'm sorry, but you might want to look at why a word has so much power over you. With that being said, I'm going to take a breath. Well, Joy said, wait, Joy, I'm calling you Joy now, Connie. That's just your new name for me, right? Connie said, take 2 breaths, right? Okay. I do not need to refer to me as a goddess in order to connect to my feminine. I do not need to call my avatar lioness in order to feel powerful. I do not need to change my name to Light Sage Puffin in order to connect to my spirit animal. I am Betsy fucking Chasse. These are the words I awoke to one morning and rang through my being as I put my feet on my floor and prepared to begin yet another day in hiding. Really, we hide a lot. So what keeps us in hiding? What keeps us from claiming our birthright? What has held us back from stepping into our most truest and highest selves? What has made us hide our light, our wisdom, our strength, our innate abilities to create, and instead play by a set of rules that confines us to our bodies? Eons of believing that we should have shame around our power, that we must always be the good girl, the right girl, that we must blend in to survive. For centuries, women have been literally beaten and killed in order to silence our spirit. And it's time to let go of the rules we've been playing by. It's time to break free and finally claim you. I am ready to claim me. And my question for you here today is, how will you claim all of you? Are you ready to claim all of you? That wasn't rhetorical. Are you ready to claim all of you? I am Betsy fucking Chasse, and I am free. I do not need to refer to myself as a goddess in order to connect to my feminine. Okay, what does that mean, connect to my feminine? Does that mean I have to wear flowy skirts and big earrings because I don't look good in them? I'm very short. Is there an app for this connecting to the feminine thing? Is that how we do this? Is my feminine here? Is my feminine here? Is my feminine here? Where is this feminine in the body, and how the hell do I connect to it? I would drive myself mad in search of it. Does that mean I float into a room with a big glowy light and a big orchestrated crescendo? Okay, so listen, I clearly don't float, but I definitely arrive. We all carry feminine disempowerment from our ancestral DNA, and shame. We've lived long enough in this patriarchal paradigm, and while I am extremely grateful for the feminist movement, it's time for that battle to be over as well. It's time for us to bring back the masculine and the feminine by embodying all of it, by uniting the two and honoring their equal importance. I'm like nervous still. We got this. All right. In case you were wondering, the feminine means to attract opportunities, to be open to possibilities, to find solutions, to be intuitive, to create, to dream. To be masculine means to be direct, linear, forceful, single-minded, and a doer. Okay, I am a mother of two, an award-winning filmmaker, a best-selling author, and a damn good driver, by the way. I am a dreamer and a doer. And if that's not connecting to my masculine and my feminine, then seriously, tattoo a sword on my back and bedazzle by my JJ, if that's what you think it means to embody the feminine. I can be feminine and still be me. The feminine has been co-opted into a story about physical beauty, and we have become afraid to claim our true beauty, our true essence, the feminine. And to be feminine, truly feminine, means to unify. I am Betsy fucking Chasse, and I embody my feminine. I do not need to call my avatar lioness in order to feel powerful. Powerful is often attributed to the masculine, but that doesn't happen to mean that women don't embody power. We actually embody both, and it's time for us to connect to all of our unique qualities, both the masculine and the feminine within each of us. I am powerful, and I'm finally okay with that. I am no longer going to hide from it or temper it so as not to frighten or offend you. When I truly claim my power, I no longer need to exclaim it. I am learning to wield it. Turn up the volume or turn it down. That is my masculine listening to my feminine. When I claim my power, I can be empathetic and compassionate, authentically. Why? Because when I truly claim my power, I am not afraid of you claiming yours. In fact, it inspires me. That is my masculine and my feminine working together. I have been called bossy, controlling, overly self-confident, pushy, arrogant, I can go on for a very long time around this, and too masculine. And for most of my life, I hated myself for being these things. And in hating myself, I never embraced who I truly was, who I fully was. And when you don't embrace your gifts, all of your beautiful traits, you can't wield them. They wield you. And then you react, and you hurt yourself, and you hurt others. Until now. I am Betsy fucking Chasse. I am powerful, and I embody my masculine. Card thing was not a good idea. It goes with my new necklace though. I do not need to change my name to Light Sage Puffin in order to feel more connected to my spirit. I kind of like that name though. Kind of fun. I am spirit embodied in human form. There is nothing else. Nothing, nada, zilch. No separation between what is spiritual and what isn't. I mean, wouldn't that be fun if you could have that job though, to get to decide what is spiritual? I always think that'd be a fun job. Even as there isn't truly any separation between the masculine and the feminine within you. It's just that we often forget to embody both. We create boxes for our lives to fit into. A work box, a home box, a relationship box, a spiritual box, a friend's box, a masculine box, a feminine box, and then we go through our days moving through our boxes, and then we go to bed because we're fucking exhausted because it's a lot of friggin' boxes. Who wouldn't be tired at that, right? It's exhausting. When I remove all the walls from my boxes and allow everything to flow together, day by day, minute by minute, moment by moment, my life flows. My eyes are wide open, and there are no more blind corners, and there's no more feeling disconnected to any part of me. When I can see that life and everything in it, in this reality, is spiritual, I feel more connected to it. I feel more alive. My life begins to have meaning, even in the mundane. Why? Because when I see my entire existence as a gift, as a reflection of spirit, as spiritual, then I am more aware of what I do here. I am more present to life. Of what thoughts I grab onto and the ones that I let fade away. I become more aware of the self and the ego and who gets to rule the day. When I see everything as spiritual, then I see all of me as spiritual. my powerful, confident parts, my nurturing, creative parts, and I see you as a spiritual being living all of you too. I am Betsy fucking Chasse, and I am spiritual. We've spent too long separating ourselves from ourselves. We've lived too long feeling disjointed and unfulfilled. We've spent too long at war with each other, men and women, women and women. It's no longer working that the masculine and the feminine being at odds. It's time to bring everything together, and the only way to do that is to start with yourself. So, my question for you today is, are you ready to claim all of you? How will you fall in love with every aspect of your beautiful self and share it with the world? We need you, conscious and aware of your power, connected to your heart, and present to your spirit. I am calling you to lead.